Beautiful stuff.
That CC&C face just
It slays you.
nightmares for sure. I don't even know what he's trying to pull off there, but
well, he was the stuff of nightmares last game.
He was
the unstoppable DOTA.
Fun hero.
Yeah, I really hope, like, as much as I love seeing Medusa every game and have it win every game, I hope we can mix it up a bit.
Yeah. I mean, it's only been picked, what, 3 times maybe?
I think it's got like 4 or 5 games.
4 or 5.
already.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
That sounds a bit much.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where the style of Medusa is so boring, in my opinion. Like,
yeah,
one team just can't fight the other, and I feel like the team that's against Medusa has such a harder time playing the game than the team playing Medusa.
It's an ultimate that, by its nature, it kind of reminds me of Nagao, where people used to get really upset and boo Nagao because it stops the fight from happening and like just says, "Oh, we're not fighting." That's what Medusa ulti is. You pop it, the other team is forced to disengage, run away, and it's like we're not fighting.
If they
ultimate.
don't, they take like 60% bonus damage or whatever.
Yeah, so I think the ulti by nature is just like not a fun spell to watch.
It isn't. I agree. Something about the hero has to change for sure.
All right.
Hopefully. All right. Yeah, guys, be sure to place your vote for which hero is more fun to watch or less fun to watch, depending on how you think about it.
We just talked about how
the Sennheiser survey. You can, of course, participate below the stream. There's a Twitch extension there, so be sure to cast your vote. Seems like the anti-DOTA haters are coming out. You may have swung them with that little rant of yours, BSJ.
Looks like, I mean, it was getting kind of even there, but this is kind of like a which one do you hate less scenario.
Yeah, it's weird because I don't mind watching Morphling, but I hate playing against Morphling. I mean, I'm often a support, so I'm the one getting
E-bladed
from full to zero multiple times throughout the game. So I'd much rather verse Medusa as a support because you don't really die to Medusa ever as a support. Like,
you're not the one trying to kill Medusa. It's like, but as a
it's
core,
not your job.
As a core, I'm the tiny that has 5 items, and I can't take off more than a quarter of his health. Yeah. So like on the opposite
side,
so
core, you hate a Medusa,
but then I don't die to Morphling. So I feel like 80% of these players are cores, and the other 20% are the supports. Because the ones that are cores don't mind Morphling, and I think that's how that works.
That sounds about right. It's an average of like 4.5 core players in your standard Dota pub.
Yeah, that's exactly. The other one's
the one guy who buys a ward. Only after he's been ganked.
That Reddit post that said like the guy said like, but how was I supposed to have so much GPM? I was busy supporting, and then it showed like Ollie Bottle game was a courier.
The nice thing about Morphling as support is if you know there's a Morphling, you can actually pick AA. Like I'll go into a game if I'm playing 5, I might just be like, I'm just gonna pick AA so I don't get Morphling. But there's no support you can pick against Medusa.
Used to be Nyx, but
if you're like a 4, whether you're a 4 or 5, there's no like good hero to counter the hero with.
So what are the odds we see a second pick DOTA from OpTic Gaming here? Like in response, like they're gonna pick 2 heroes from LGD, and then OpTic just picks Medusa. I feel like that. Like that's what happened yesterday. It was a first round DOTA from. Was it Kingwin that did it yesterday? They did a first round Medusa. There's also like a couple first round Morphlings. Like people are realizing that if you're gonna ban it in the second round of bans, then you're only gonna get it now.
We are seeing a first stage AA ban, so that very open Husker Morphling type pick's still there. But
I just see the fact that like Ogre goes so well with Medusa already.
Do they just Omni Knight's the other thing as well? Like Omni was actually not banned out this game.
Oh yeah, there's still Omni Knight in the pool.
So
it's always hard. It's always hard to remember those heroes. Like last game they did ban it, first game they didn't.
Yeah. So our Sennheiser poll fogged was decided that was it Medusa's the worst hero to verse?
Yeah,
Medusa's the least fun to watch.
People would rather watch Morphling than watch Medusa.
Oh, I missed my own survey.
Yeah.
Took me a while, sorry guys.
That's right.
Do you agree with the sentiment?
What was it again? It was Deuce's worst to play against?
DOTA more anti-fun.
Yeah, Deuce's more anti-fun, I agree.
Okay.
You have to kill her like so many times in the early game. Otherwise, she just walks and farms some ancients. At least Morphling's killing people.
Wow. First round Shadow Fiend.
Clock Shadow Fiend.
And Medusa. Actually, that's pretty scary opening for mid lane, but
yeah.
I definitely think they just need to be able to kill the SF. Usually the people's response to SF having these 12 souls is like three manning him at the start, because otherwise he just snowballs too hard. It happened yesterday. I don't remember what what series it was, but they tri-lane. I think it was
EG
Sumail. Yeah,
played it, yeah.
Yeah, Sumail on the SF. So this definitely sets the tone for the draft. Like this is a very well-known combo.
Yeah. Reveals a lot. Just
Yeah,
those
that's what I
first
mean,
two picks. To me, it's like a sign of.
Oh, it actually was a Dusa right
Yeah.
away.
Oh, I didn't want to be right, man. I didn't want to be right.
One of the rare times that someone feels bad guessing a pick. in the draft.
Yeah. I mean, right when they picked Ogre, I'm just like, they're already setting up a Medusa, and that's sad that you can think that picking an Ogre says that much about the hero, but
This used to be the go-to opening, the Clock Shadow Fiend.
always been a classic combo with the cogs giving souls.
I think they just. Like, to be honest, I think this is a little bit desperate for LGD.
Yeah,
and
I
they
agree.
just want to put maybe on his powerhouse hero and just try to run away with the game.
They want to. They're just picking heroes they know how to play, and like that's a decent response when you're down 2-0.
They've done Clock SF a lot, but it's almost always been third, fourth. Like
Exactly.
The fact they promoted it to first two means they are desperate, I think, like you say. You're down 2-0. You still play that third game, so there's still a chance to pick up a win for them, but I think they're a bit stumped about how to be OpTic.
I like the puck ban. It goes really. They did it last game. Goes really well with Medusa. Good against Clock.
How many games does OpTic have today?
They have another series.
They have another series.
Yeah, the last series.
The last series of the day, right?
Yep.
Okay. So 3-0 would be. I mean 3-0 is always going to be great for a team, but good
Yeah.
start.
Who do they play? Who's the other team in the group?
Fnatic.
Yeah. I mean, if you 3-0, you're obviously almost guaranteed to move on.
You just
And
need
then-
one more, right?
Yeah.
Well,
No,
two more,
you
I
need two
guess.
more to be
Yeah,
guaranteed.
two more to be
And
perfect.
yeah,
You're
and then
guaranteed
two more
to
two
finish
more to
top two,
be.
though.
Yeah, you're guaranteed to get top two. But
Yeah.
if you have 3-0, you're pretty set to
5 wins is guaranteed first place.
Yes.
4 wins is potential tie for first.
Yeah, tie.
So Omniban, yeah, I mean these heroes are needed to get taken out, especially with Shadow Fiend.
Yeah,
I think
Omni
that's, like, the
SF
win.
is quite scary.
PPD looks pretty comfortable. He's
Yeah,
like,
he was-
we've got Dusa now.
He's
Just
like, we
leaning back.
won the draft. That's
Yeah,
that's
I can
PPD's
just
face.
First two picks.
Put my legs up, take it easy.
So what are the good approaches to actually deal with this Dusa? Like, well, how can you actually punish her now? I know that a lot of people. I like the heroes that give you vision. That's why the clockwork can work. You get vision. You can invading early, like taking early buildings.
It
take
has
the
to be
first
high
tier
paced,
ones.
Dota. It has to be high paced, but
Yeah.
then you also have to have some way of like scaling damage.
Yeah.
Can Weaver match up well against Deuce? You get a lot of mana burn.
have
with
seen it.
Virtus
Diffusal
Pro did
plus-
that, but it didn't work out.
Yeah.
They crushed the early game. The Weaver was like snowballing, but then eventually, like that's one of those things where against Medusa, as a hero like Weaver, your damage isn't enough later. So if you have 1 or 2 bad engagements, you just fall off like a
You
rock.
got Weaver with the Shadow Fiend at least, but I mean, it
Yeah.
just seems like the best way to burn her mana.
No, Weaver's
pool.
not bad at all. The,
Yeah.
the mana burn with the talent plus diffuse
Yeah.
is nice.
Yeah, 70 mana per hit. You
Yeah.
get double hits.
Yeah,
It's pretty sweet.
No, you definitely shred Dusa early, but
They ban it.
There it is. Good
I
call.
think it's one of the better ones.
Okay, Bat Rider's good in terms of high-paced Dota, but now they can just counterpick it in lane. Something like PL looks really sick here, really good against the 3 here. Like if they pick it 4th.
If they pick it forward.
Yeah, there's a lot of Bat Rider counters. So in
Your
lane.
favorite Slug here?
I think Slark Deuce is a bit greedy, and
Yeah.
Slark's actually kind of bad versus SF because he can just raise you while you're ulted anyway. He just
Yeah.
kills you. But I think PL already looks ideal, like 4th pick. It's really good against SF too, and it's really good against Bat. It's fine
I'm
against
curious
Slark.
what the Soxa hero will be, because we saw him. I mean, I'm talking about the Asus event a lot, but that's like the biggest event that they've played with Soxa. He
Yeah.
played he was playing so many varieties of 4 heroes. We saw him on Naga Siren. We
I
saw him,
saw
of
that
course,
game,
on like the
yeah.
Knights. Yeah, he was playing just a lot of different 4s because he was starting to get targeted a bit more.
Is this possibly a 5 bat, or is that just done with? I know
It's
this is
possibly,
the team
very possible.
LGD was the
Yeah.
one that ran it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, loves it. Maybe if they like hard counter it, like maybe he'll just switch
yeah,
its priority.
I'm saying since they have last pick, I was thinking if they do pick like a peel or a lane counter like that against Bat Rider.
Yep.
Void's also an option for OpTic, but that's slow again.
Yep.
Any hero that can remove sticky or deal with it somehow is good against Bat Rider in lane. Void has time dilation. Nikes.
I think Lifesteal could be cool because it's versus Shadow Fiend too. You just rage and get in his face.
Yes.
Maybe they want to pick something that can close the gap first though. You know the vehicles.
Yeah.
For that Lifestealer.
Sand King looks good here if it's in the pool. Oh, Venge. Oh, wow.
Okay.
The lasso counter.
So I guess like because
Cogs
maybe they're
counter?
thinking versus the maybe they're thinking versus the Deuce like with the Dusa. All they really need to do is protect the Dusa. So if he does get lassoed, pull it out of
Interesting.
base, you can actually swap him.
That lane's really rough though. If they like dual lane the Bat Rider, if that's a core Venge.
That's
if it's a core.
Yeah. It seems like neither the Ogre or Venge is normally a 4, but
I think this game it could be just because you have Bloodlust already. You get Vengeance Aura, just make that Medusa a powerhouse.
oh yeah.
get an Omni for the offlane.
Thank God it's banned.
Phoenix.
I think Phoenix is actually one of the better counters to Medusa in some ways, just because like the Fire Spirits really limit her damage output, since Medusa isn't normally going to go BKB.
But you can attack the egg while hitting heroes too. So I think it goes both ways a bit.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying for sure. You're right, but I think it goes both ways.
I mean, assuming you get the Fire Spirit in her, it's unlikely she can easily bring it down though.
yeah, that's true. He
Does have
will-
Bloodlust though.
He almost will
Yeah.
certainly have to go
But-
BKB on Medusa this game because they just have so much magic damage. And a lot of it's like Batrider's damage is really deceiving, but he does a ton of damage.
Yeah. Medusa's damage output's also not burst, which is where the Sunray is like a heal is going to be able to just allow SF or whichever army hero in the front lines to just sustain against the
Yeah.
Medusa. Kind of that like Ios type hero seeing behind.
I really like the PL.
Yeah,
that you
I mean,
mentioned right now.
I guess it's a core Venge though, but like I really think like a PL just owns here.
Yeah, I think PL's super
But
good.
then there'd be like a 4 Venge. I don't know if that's. I mean, you said he plays all kinds of heroes, and Naga was picked as kind of like to make their team fights easier, and so Venge could definitely be an effective 4 here.
Mhm.
Save from the clock hook as well as the Batrider lasso.
All right, OpTic.
I'm sticking by PL though.
Yeah, I like PL
if
so
they pick a
much.
carry. If they pick a carry.
It's so good versus Phoenix and Bat. No
And it's
real
actually sick
disables.
against SF
Yeah.
too.
They're going to grab.
They go Nix.
It's a life stealer.
That's
yeah.
fine,
So
too.
we
That's
that's
fine.
the 2 heroes that we were talking about at least.
That's a good hero.
Can
with
kill the
Phoenix.
egg.
Yeah.
I might like against the egg. Yeah, you're right.
It's
Having Jugger Lifestealer is really nice. They just like spin or rage in and hit it.
good against Phoenix, SF, Claw. I mean, this lifesteal is. This is a fantastic lifesteal game.
Yep.
They do need a vehicle for him, and they need so
The
offlane.
offlane vehicle, yeah.
They have exactly what they want in mind. Oh,
Why not?
Not a vehicle.
Okay.
interesting.
But the Bat is going to have a hard game now.
It's another hero to just, beef up this Medusa. Make this Medusa even
Shielder,
more
Bloodluster.
Fire spirits, not anymore.
Yeah.
Shielded. Right? Like,
Oh, that I like. Yeah, maybe it doesn't need to go for the big.
Monkey King. Okay, I actually like Monkey King a lot here. It's like a non-committal team fight. I mean, in regards to like you don't actually have to put your hero in the fight to contribute to it. This is like a different way of approaching Nix. It's like something. It used to be when he was completely broken that you'd play this way, but you just like you don't have a vehicle. You're just gonna be. I expect him to build like Armlet S and Y, like just
Yes.
build. Yeah, he's like almost 100% gonna go S and Y, and he just runs around and.
I like the movement speed build a lot now.
Yeah, the movement speed talent's nuts. Who's draft your favorite? I think it's really hard for LGD to win fights. Personally. And their lane setup's
It is
bad, I think, too.
Yeah, it's so hard to get a good initiation with the lasso, but they have got hookshot, which is, I guess,
They do have multiple
a bit
ways
better.
to
Yeah,
engage.
yeah, that's the thing. You can lasso one, hookshot the back lines, or just hookshot one to start the fight, and even if that hero is getting swapped out, you've still got the lasso.
Once again, that's still hard, right?
I think OpTic's just very in on the Medusa. They're accepting like Zai, this is you're gonna get sacked. What hero do you want to play? He's like, all right, I'll just play a Batten. The other lanes are gonna be the important one. Just make sure Lifestealer and Medusa get online. So I'm liking OpTic's ideas for this game.
LGD seem like they really want to invade a lot early with the Monkey King, Clock, Batrider trio.
Well, Fog's on a hot streak, so I'll agree with him on
I
that.
got one
prediction. Yeah. New record for
100% in your last one prediction.
Yeah.
I think it would have been more impressive if I got everything wrong. I'm kind of disappointed.
Yeah, at this point, you can't even say, like, I was, just, purposely getting them wrong.
Oh, whoa. Do you see that? Dude, they're on point.
Yeah, that was
They like switched it up too. I was
Yeah.
like, uh-oh.
This is warm-up.
He's like testing how on top of his game maybe is.
So we'll be that FY Batrider.
I wonder if they'll try to switch up the lanes at all. But, I mean, Abaddon matches up poorly to Monkey King. He'll probably do some, like, creep cutting shenanigans.
Yep.
I wonder
As
if OpTic's going
always.
to how they deal with the SF having the souls. If that's just like a Medusa, just do your best, catch up with Mask of Madness and Ancients, or if
Ogre
they
sit
actually-
mid.
I'm going
I
to say
think.
Lifestealer does really well versus Bat, so he needs, like, minimal help. So
Yeah.
they're gonna put 1 or 2 supports mid.
Agreed.
That's the best way to deal with it.
Out to the lanes we go.
Yeah, because otherwise your mid laner is just
Yeah.
going to get stomped.
I mean, I think for LGD they'll maybe give up a bounty rune just
They're
to get that.
smoked.
Oh, they're
that
going
buff.
for the- they're going the
This is
Battle
another
and
option,
smoke.
is to gank him at the rune, because...
Yeah. Well, SF's not getting.
Oh,
rune.
he's not there. Okay.
He knows he needs the creep
He
block
knows.
mid.
No, I think he knows that this is possible. He's
Sure.
like,
I
he's
agree.
like, I don't need this
Yeah.
bounty rune. I got 24 damage.
Yeah.
They
Well-
might find the clockwork here though.
The one way you lose your mid lane is if you get ganked level 1, lose your soul.
Yeah,
So
it's not
you're-
worth the risk.
Make sure your creep wave is on your high ground.
He's not ready for this. He's not looking. Okay, he got the cogs off.
Oh, fuck.
They should have found more cogs.
They could have hit them. They could have farmed those
They
cogs.
could have gotten at least 2, maybe 3.
Monkey King got the passive up, I think.
Yeah, he's got passive.
Yeah. Mid lane is being blocked only by LGD though, so this will be good for the SF at least.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is so necessary for Yao to do this, actually.
That was really nice.
It's huge that he's cutting the way for the Batrider. Batrider just cannot lane against Vinix. So bad. One of the worst lane matchups in the game.
I'll try lane mid.
Yep. Yep.
What we kind of expected. Yep.
The dream.
We get the ward up there as well. And as you mentioned, Zai is likely to be left to the Wolves here, though. Seems like the
Such
bench
a
is going to
tough
come
lane.
bottom.
Grab it on.
But Zai might already just be
He might, yeah,
dead.
Didn't TPs. It might
Might-
holding the shield.
He looks pretty dead.
Have to. Venge's going to come in, but not a whole lot she can offer. Oh, just the stun. It's barely enough.
Yeah,
Zai's out of
I
there.
knew he was fine. Yeah, that was a nice rotation. by
Calculated.
The Venge saw what was happening bottom. And
Yeah.
he just walked. Soxo just walked all the way from.
Oh,
him.
Peter
Oh,
got tipped
that
on the cog.
extra cog.
It pushed him up on the high ground.
get
And
the-
he might be dead. He is. First blood to maybe.
All right.
so
Yao
much
making
damage.
plays.
Souls, even more souls acquired.
This is really important for them too. If this SF like really sets the tempo, then Monkey King will get the Battle Fury, farm up really, hit his timings really well as well.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of their pace is set by SF ability to like shove down buildings. Think he'll go the magic damage like Sumail did yesterday, or do you think he'll go like the physical damage?
I think Sumail did it yesterday because he had the Elder Titan on his team, right?
Oh,
so
yeah,
he had
yeah,
that
the
magic
spirit.
damage amplification. I think people still always take the spell damage and you take the Shadow Raise damage for the most part. But as for the item build, I think he's more of like that SNY standard build that we see.
Okay.
He's a drums SMY.
Drums
Drums Manta
SNY, right?
often. Drums
Okay,
Manta I
Drums
think is
Manta.
what I normally see.
I've even seen like Drums, Yule's Manta, like literally all move speed items.
Yeah. Race KSF. And he's against the Life Stealer too, so as much as the magic damage can maybe match up decently against Medusa, against Life Stealer, it's not going to be...
That's true.
Yep,
And he also doesn't
effective at
burst
all.
a bad in either.
Yeah.
Terrible question.
Yeah, good question.
I think these lanes look really solid for LGD, even though Monkey King's not actually starting off all too strong, but they should stabilize and be in a pretty good place for them.
I like what this what Sox is doing on the bench.
Can you get the courier here? It's coming out soon.
I really like what this bench is doing. Pressure.
Really enabling the Abaddon to have a game.
Yeah. Because otherwise, I mean, that's like such a hard matchup.
Yep.
Anytime the clock.
That's what these teams try to do is when you have like a really bad solo matchup, you at least give the guy some help so he doesn't get obliterated.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Courier.
PPD's been patiently waiting here.
Death by the club.
Yeah. He missed it going out to the lane, but he saw it, so he got the chance to intercept it coming back.
Some much needed gold here for OpTic.
Yeah, I can say as like a side laner, it's pretty huge to just get that insurgence of gold. Oh,
But maybe might get CCNC here. No,
I was sick.
not quite enough. Still though, the pressure is there. Dusa catching up decently. Up to 12 CS now.
Yeah, he's doing all right against all the damage for CSing.
Yeah, he was at 4 CS like a minute and a half ago.
Yeah, the fact that he's like even remotely keeping up with the SF is pretty impressive.
Bad Rider's having a great game just because of those pulling the wave constantly. Because like we said, that matchup is really tough. Saxa.
Cows come in.
Yao should be able to find this one. Soxa trapped out in the cogs. Chase forward. Ame, can he pursue him? Won't be necessary. Yao gets the kill. So, third successful rotation, it feels like. Helped out top.
He popped the mango.
He's got the second raise. Oh, doesn't have enough mana.
Yeah, he still has to run back to base on CCNC, so that's really good for the mid lane. Like, it's sometimes even better to like send him back to base than it is to kill him sometimes. But I mean, in this case, it's definitely better to get the solo kill. But
It's an interesting way. Normally, you just see that mango there just to build up to the one, but he actually commits it to try and get the kill.
it's definitely worth the attempt. You know, Peter living the dream with that inventory, tangos.
What else does an ogre need?
Shrugs off the battery assault.
Net worth of 200.
Breaks of clarity too. like
Oh,
this.
value.
But Yao streaming into the bottom lane. Might be able to punish here. Not sure. OpTic is ready for this. Oh, they get the stun off. Still the chase, though.
Saxa.
Isolating Soxa. Battery assault coming through. The swings from
Oh,
that
the
Monkey
two-man
King.
stun, that was sick.
Really hurting with the Jingu. Can he finish off Zai? He will.
Tried to suicide.
Makes it 2.
Peter might
Might
go down
even.
here. Okay.
They're a little low to chase.
I actually saw they didn't have an Orb of Venom either on any of their heroes, so they don't actually have that extra slow.
That was really nicely played by Yao.
It was.
Getting the cogs pushed back and then surviving too.
And Ame was really patient with that stun on Monkey King too. He had a while that he could have done it, and he chose to get, and he waited to get the 2-man stun.
Yao was having a banner game here for LGD.
Look at FY's gold. 1,800 on the Bat Ride already.
Got that little help early.
Wait, oh my gosh, holy.
Yeah, dude, he's super rich, and he has some
27
stacks.
CS.
Yeah, I mean those that just pulling the wave over and over.
Cutting is so huge.
Yeah, in the past you couldn't do it so well versus the lifesteal.
He's also able to push out the wave and then grab bounty runes. I imagine he's grabbing most of those.
Yeah, you
at
pretty
the
much
start.
just avoid the you just avoid the lifestealer at all
Yeah.
times. 'Cause
And
you can't
OpTic
do anything to him.
OpTic can't really send guys top, right? Because
Yeah.
they miss a bad and off lane and needs help.
Yeah, and the lifestealer doesn't need help either. So it's like, if you're gonna kill Bat, you're gonna spend more time chasing him than you are actually killing him. Because Venge Ogre's kind of mediocre at catching.
Deuce is starting to fall more and more behind though. 17 last hits to the 36. 26 denies on SF.
Ay, ay, ay.
We saw this. I think it was it was the
She's
first game
level
of this
4.
series where like OpTic was running circles around LGD, and if you think about it, Clockwork, like, what's stopping him from just doing whatever he wants this game? Like they have no catch on the side of OpTic. So and you're kind of seeing it now. Like it's something that's hard to see in the draft sometimes, but.
Those denies are huge now. With this patch, he's like
Yeah.
2 levels down on the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah.
With his team also dual laning quite a bit.
Yep. Top lane. Ooh, I can.
He has the blink gold too on FY.
Oh,
that was nice.
Yeah, didn't spend it.
As soon as FY walks into the lane versus the lifesteal, that's what we see happen.
Yep.
It's like the most impossible matchup. And so he didn't buy anything? He just lost gold there?
Yeah.
He didn't
I
buy
did not
Drum
see
or
it. He
Blink?
didn't buy the blink. It didn't look like he was going to die. That was really close.
Yeah, I guess maybe he thought he was.
And Festa's not that much damage.
It feels like getting a blink now is just almost like too early to be useful,
got
but
it.
he's gonna
Yeah.
get it.
Does even
Possibly a kill in mid,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I could think it could be really good
With
versus
raises,
Medusa.
They have the damage.
Yeah. He's keeping it. I think
CC&C is actually almost going to get doubled up in levels here.
having the raises gives you a good burst to hold.
Oh, well, having the regen.
He'll still die to this lasso.
He
Yeah,
definitely
he
still
would
does.
absolutely die to triple raise.
Yeah, he's coming back in. They'll
They're
see.
bringing in Yao as well. They want to take no chances.
They
with
saw
this,
that,
but
though.
the
They saw
the
that.
ward's in position. I think may have seen the smoke as well.
7-minute
Or
blink.
the blink as well.
That is such an early blink.
Yeah, and he gets scouted with it too, so that is a big investment to buy this item that's maybe not even going to get you kills.
I like this choice of the blink just because generally if you go drums it's because you want to like keep occupying your lane and like continue a good start, but like he has no reason to be top anymore.
They sack.
Yeah, he's tanking the gank.
Lasso raises and
I wonder if he
will
like.
settle
Do
for
you
a
think he
support
purposely
kill.
does that? Like because they saw it, right?
I
And
think
they backed
so.
off?
I actually think that's
It's like reveal where the bat rider is. That's
Exactly.
something that people have talked about that I never thought about. There, like they don't know where the bat is, and they're gonna have to farm scared until bat rider shows where he is. So the support's just like take me as I am.
Yeah. I mean, best case scenario, Bat's already moving bottom and
Yeah,
you
exactly.
don't die.
It gives information either way. It's either killing the Venge or like if they're not killing me, he's somewhere else.
Yeah.
So.
I think this is where they should. I mean, this is the usual timing of lifesteal. You get phased armlet, try to go for some infest play. I think they can. Like just
What infest play do they
It's-
make?
it's-
though?
It's like
tough,
those.
though.
It's those where you just don't expect, right? Just like, oh, this ogre's walking at me. What the hell? Oh my god,
yeah.
it's a trap.
Speaking
My
of
favorite's
traps,
when you have like a
maybe
oh,
low.
yeah.
Has
This
to
is huge if
carry
they get
fire
it.
up.
No, it's when you like infest a creep wave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
those plays.
Those are so funny.
So he's going for the
Voice
Yules
on
build,
Yules, yeah.
right, on the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, it's a lot of survivability, especially against Nake's like open wounds. That's like pretty much their only way of getting him too. You can also Yules dodge
Their catch
bench
is
stun.
very poor
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, he
for
can dodge.
OpTic.
He can literally dodge any form of stun that OpTic has, and other than Ogre, and Ogre's like so slow that he won't be able to catch him.
Yeah.
We'll see a Battle Fury Monkey King, which seems like the item to keep up with Medusa in
Yep.
farm.
Battle Fury Monkey King's the new build for sure. Any hero that like used to kind of build Battle Fury definitely builds it now because of how much better it is.
They're going to look for the punish here on the Phoenix, who has to Icarus dive away.
Holding his ultimate point.
Ame trading pretty well, though.
Especially in safe lane, I think. Like with Monkey King, you need that farming mechanic, and you need like everything that the Battle Fury gives you.
Looks
If
like
you go
OpTic
anything
wants
else,
to make a move on mid. They're
Regen,
bringing in
all
Pycat. The
works with your
gank
ult.
squad descends on maybe. They'll catch him out here. Goes for the Requiem. And they're going to shrug it off. Lifestealer currently still raged, and they get the kill. Will there be a trade, though? Bat's in position, has the lasso ready. Is going to use it.
infest.
He can invest
Really,
out.
Pycat into the tower, but they'll do exactly that. Infest the creep.
And he's out.
And control his way in, actually. Thinking about diving deeper. They're bringing the bench for this as well. Pops out onto FY. It might be another kill. It will. The bat's down.
Who needs an infest target
Yeah.
when you just have Ogre Bloodlust? You just run at him.
I mean, but this is why we were suggesting either like the PL or Lifesteal. Lifesteal is
Yep.
so good because Shadow Fiend, you just get ran at. You
Yep.
cannot do anything.
PL's the
to
same
prevent
thing. Like these type of heroes get up in your face and don't care about your abilities. Like
Yep.
if you don't care about Shadow Fiend ult, then he has no way of protecting himself from you running at him. PL can doppelganger it. Lifestealer just rages, obviously.
that. Yeah. Precisely. Side with the quick ulti. Backs away.
Oh,
No,
crucial
again?
kill, and they might
And
go
he's
for
gonna
it.
kill him
Get
again.
another one here. Maybe he's getting munched up by Pycat. There's no help in sight for the Shadow Fiend. Dies a few steps
Those
away
are
from the
absolutely
haste.
massive kills.
Perfect rotations, honestly. I think
Yeah.
that's like the best thing he can do.
I like how he's being so active on Lifestealer. It's something that a lot of core players don't understand is you're doing this because look at his Venge. His Venge is out like free farming the safe lane. You know, it was like level 3, and now she's getting good start, and he's getting all this gold for himself in these kills.
He's getting
And
another one too.
That's a bench kill. Three
He's
for
going
three
Deso,
here.
and he's electing to like skip the S and Y because maybe the fact that the Ogre, the Bloodlust is, the move speed is very significant there.
Lets him actually like group up with his team too,
Yeah.
and maybe threaten some objectives while the Deuce is just.
Yeah, they
farming.
do not have tower damage, so I guess
Yeah.
that's maybe why he's choosing Deso over S and Y.
Gonna take Roche quickly if they
Yeah,
see an
Roche
opening.
too, absolutely.
I've seen that from. I mean, Matama Man was like the biggest lifesteal player for me for a while, and that's like his build exclusively. He only goes phase into Armlet into Deso AC.
Yeah, usually I feel like this patch a lot of people do go the S and Y before the Deso or after, so I think we'll
Yeah.
look for that.
A crucial kill here. They'll try to bring the Deuce in straight into the Sunray, which
melted.
melts her.
Yeah, literally. All the fire.
Still fully capable of killing the Deuce, who is, despite all the ganks, very poor right now compared to last game.
He's just going to need some ancient sacks to catch up.
Yeah, this is Lifestealer versus the world.
I feel like LGD's lineup is pretty good at contesting those, though. Lots of mobile gankers.
Even Monkey King can join in, but he has no pressure to. That's like the difference this game is like he's not pressured. Like last game as Luna, he was incredibly pressured while farming. Like he was just dying over and over, because like they had so many heroes to kill him. This Monkey King on the other hand will just farm really fast, because he's not afraid of anything.
Has the perseverance now. So it closes in on the Battle Fury. And OpTic are going to hope for the game to slow down a little for this Dusa. Give CCNC that me time in the jungle. It's finally hit level 7.
Level 7, 12
Yeah,
minutes. That's rough.
that makes
Feels
actually
bad,
catching
man.
up and farming a lot harder without the levels.
Yeah.
Phase Quill is enough to start farming those stacks.
Meanwhile, LGD are punishing the presence of this Dusa in the game. They'll get the kill top, probably work on the tower next.
I like how
But
they're
Pycat is trading.
That is
keeping the
one
pace
weakness of Medusa. Most mid laners have like really heavy counterplay potential this early on in the game, but like if you're diving the rest of Medusa's team, Medusa does not help.
I guess with like the Abaddon passive, they have like decent ways to throw.
Yeah,
in
Batten
towers.
actually does surprisingly like
Yeah.
does contribute a lot because the creeps also get it too.
Yep.
But like the Deso really does make it much more viable to force towers at Roche.
Yeah. With Venge and everything too, they do have decent chances for
It
that.
was a trade, but they're looking to make it a 2-for-1 here.
LGD are strong right now. They got Blink Lasso,
they're
they've
scary.
got Hookshot, they've got Supernova. Their team fight is way superior.
Yeah.
It just comes down to whether Lifesteal can like burst a hero during his rage and win the fight through that.
There's the Yule, so more catch. And a good defensive ability for the Shadow Fiend now as well.
Yeah, I like OpTic's choice not to fight. They're just like forcing the trade bottom.
Yep.
Got all the wards in the enemy jungle too. Pycat almost has his Deso. So much damage for
With the
Lifestealer when he gets
Bloodlust as well.
Yeah, it does. It adds up on Lifestealer.
These towers are dropping fairly quickly.
I wonder what's Abaddon going for item-wise this game?
Just I think Vlad's Drum. I think that's just the build I'm very big fan of lately.
I
Maybe
feel like
he
on these
gets
type of
himself-
heroes like the Midas and like the late game scaling items are not so much like important anymore.
They're going to try to find that Dusa, but just barely missing. Saksa with the swap out, and
I don't know if that would be a good fight. They were already backing off when that hookshot flew though, with the
Yeah.
TP in from
Saksa
Zai.
was so ready for that. That was instant.
Yeah,
no point in Stone Gaze yet, so maybe could have dove for it. But they're going to
That's
stay
true.
top.
Yeah, that's-
He's going with the Yasha again.
Yeah, he's not doing the mom build.
He probably does the. He'll probably do the Hurricane Pike again too because of the clockwork.
all right.
And you can force staff the Monkey King out of his ult.
I mean, Hurricane Pike in general versus that guy is so good.
It is. I forget they also have Venge, so that's a good way to deal with Monkey King ult as well. Monkey King will definitely be scary if he gets like big items up. He'll like Battle Fury, probably go like something like Shadow Blade or even like a Manta.
You don't think Diffusal?
I've always been a huge fan of like itemizing for myself on Monkey King this patch. Like
Okay.
when I watch the other players, like I'm not saying Diffusal is not viable, but usually they go like Shadow Blades or Mantas or BKBs
Fair enough, yeah.
because your ultimate's like so useful on its own.
It's
And Diffusal got nerfed so hard too.
It did.
the Shadow Fiend now with the Yules
Still viable.
looking for a solo kill.
I think Medusa also needs the Manta this game as another way to get rid of the Fire Spirits.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes like Diffusal Manta or Manta Diffusal 2 just for the mana burn on the like it is good against both cores. Like Nakes is very weak to mana burn too.
Yeah. It's like that diffusal. We'll see. So mid tower, let's go down. Give themselves a little bit more room for CC&C. Uh-oh. Goodness, be careful here.
He's in a bit far, perhaps? No backup.
Too
for
close
Ame.
to the tower.
Yeah. It's not worth risking your death on Ame.
See
He's so
Soxa
far.
just hugging him pretty much constantly.
If you swap, I know it breaks trees. Does it stun him? If you swap a Monkey King off of a tree? Because I know it breaks trees.
Don't
There's like so many weird interactions
Yeah.
with Monkey King. Because I mean that's like a pretty sick counter if it. Oh,
I was about to
I
say, we're about to
thought-
find out.
Yeah, yeah.
But no.
Probably doesn't based on the fact they didn't swap him there.
He's trying.
He'll just
We'll get the swap.
Descend
he
from
wasn't
the
on the
tree.
trees.
stun and has to blow the Wukong's command here. Try to make it out. Gets off the stun
Oh
and doesn't
my
quite get the
gosh,
kill.
how much-
Oh, that was close.
That's massive for CC&C to get that. They lose
Consolation for LGD. They will take this tower mid. Maybe can limit the Deuce's farm thereafter.
This is a double damage Pycat.
Not the hero you want to be fighting.
Peter with Deso too, yeah. I mean, Pycat's very far ahead. Almost has his, I mean, his 1200 gold toward the next item too. And yeah, as we mentioned, Yule's into probably that S and Y build for the Shadow Fiend. Just movement speed.
What did Barrett? Oh, he went force. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
usually
very
mobility items against Lifesteal are the best. Like sometimes you see like drums and stuff on Batrider. You just want like straight up kite ability.
And any chance of getting a lasso against Venge relies on having that force stuff. Where
Yeah.
you force before she can swap, and she, like level 1 swappers, does not have the range.
Absolutely, yeah, you're right.
So he's going for the Shadow Blade first. Yeah.
Are you guys happy with the way like LGD's playing this out? They had a great start early. They've kind of slowed it down into more of a farming game.
Yeah, they had a little bit of sloppiness with the cores dying, but aside from that, I think it's really good.
Pycat. Oh,
That was
the
sick.
Requiem.
They like cogged him away from the creeps too. That was like really good. He could have just infested out, but they did a really good job of keeping him from doing so.
I think the scenario right now where Lifestealer is way ahead of everyone and Medusa's behind is much better than the Medusa's ahead and Lifestealer's got like average
Yeah.
farm. I think that is what's kind of an okay position.
This
for
is
LGD.
true. Yeah, Lifestealer is very bad at recovery.
Ame being hunted here. The smoke
Will
broke.
we
They
find
knew
out?
he was
Oh, he
around in
didn't
the
swap
trees,
him.
but
It must not stun. I've determined based on that.
lasso comes through, but
Needs to shield.
quickly
Yep.
shielded off. Lots of ways
It's
to
Jason.
cancel the lasso. Maybe surging forward wants to get active. OpTic don't really have the best initiation aside from just running in.
Their lack of catch against Yule's SMY SF is going to become problematic.
I just love the Yule Scepter builds because like the Batrider's also doing it, and they're realizing exactly what you said. They have like no instant initiation on OpTic, so like the Yule Scepters will always be able to buy time in fights. And if they get a couple force stabs, like it actually becomes a little difficult for OpTic to force anything.
The one catch is swap, and you don't want to use that except for maybe the lasso.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
can still like Yule Scepter the second they get swapped, and then like force stab away.
They also don't have great ways of stopping TPs and like canceling things like on LGD.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
have like Boundless Strike, Lasso, Clockwork. That's like the only ways. So they need like other items to be able to have that happen.
That is true as well. A lot of mobility being built on LGD, and I think that's like really good.
Mm-hmm.
This game-
all of them are building Yules and force
Yeah,
stabs.
this game feels like LGD's in a decent position for now. They're pushing out the lanes a lot better.
The Yules.
Good Yule's timing here. No
I
backup.
forgot about that. It's
Looks
very
like
good against the
for
Bad, too.
Bad. Oh, the swap comes through.
Yep, nice save. Yeah, it's really good to Yules him during his ult too. That's like, Yules is just such a good item in this game.
Radiant's middle tower is under
So we'll be that Hurricane Pike next. This is that Clockwork.
He's not even finishing the SMY. He might want to go Manta.
Yeah.
Depending. Or
Yeah,
just
I think
casual
so.
Yasha. Some Medusas do that where they just go the Yasha for farm speed over the Mask of Menace.
I see that. I mean, sometimes I see both, but yeah, I see sometimes that casual Yash on Gyrocopter.
Yeah, yeah. Similar idea. Both heroes farm the same way. But this Phoenix will scale well if he gets his Midas. I mean, I know it's 20 minutes, but this hero can be very scary as a support.
Has some
Your damage is insane.
insane talents.
Yeah.
Yeah, the damage with the fire spirits. Not to mention those later talents as well. You get extra
The
stun
Icarus
duration.
dive is so funny.
It's not good.
It's so funny.
It is funny, but
Dude, I think it's the only instance where you can build Meteor Hammer. You Icarus dive.
Yeah,
from
we were
2800.
we were theory crafting this the other day.
You channel while you're diving. It's actually fun.
oh, they've got the supernova off. They're gonna.
Gonna zone them
down
back, and now
Fan.
blinking forward is FY, pushing Saksa towards him. In the waiting arms of maybe, though gets the shield, the heals. Is it gonna be
so
enough?
tanky.
It is for now.
Fire Spirit.
They
Oh,
keep him alive. They can't quite finish the job, and now QQQ in a bit too far doesn't have any escape plan. OpTic actually punish and get the kill.
Avenge was so tanky with the Abaddon there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Monkey King does have a Shadow Blade complete. Like he's pretty dang farmed. He can like absolutely carry this game. He's going for the BKB. Yeah, I mean this is what I've seen. Like
Just about yourself. Yeah.
yeah, that's all I care about because he is like he's basically treated like an anti-mage that has a team fight ult instead of like incredible mobility.
This Roche dies so fast with all
It
these
does.
auras.
The Blads, the Venge, the Deso,
Bloodlust.
Podcat's doing the AC build too, right? Yeah. Just the Matama Med build, I call it.
I'm surprised he didn't go SNY, but I'm not flaming his build at any means. Like,
Yeah.
I do think like the Deso AC is like always good. Like that build's never wrong.
Looks like they might try to take a fight here as Yao's coming in. The backup has arrived, but the Stone Gaze will force them away, not before the death of the bench.
Oh, he gets
Does
stunned in TP.
barely clip the clockwork, and now Ame might be in trouble as well as Pycat mauls him and gets the
Shredded.
follow-up. Yao has just bought a Midas here on the clockwork, so LGD do seem
Oh.
like they're trying to itemize towards the late game.
Yeah, Podcat tried to get that infest damage.
Yeah, he had a Force Staff queued up and completely swapped it up. So
Oh, CCNC also changed from the Hurricane Pike. He's just going straight for the Ice-Scotty. He just wants to be that turret.
I will say that like once they get these 4 stabs up on LGD, those kills will be much harder to get on Ame. Like he's only dying because the Lifestealer's open woundsing him, and then he doesn't have anything to do.
PPD, will he
calculated?
live?
TI winner captain.
Seems like he
Dead.
did not do the math.
The inevitable death. That's when you say Lifestealer, you know, open wounds a creep, I'll stun it.
Give me life steal, yeah.
He did go the movement speed talent though.
The best is
Yeah.
like the open wounds and like finger of death.
I got flamed by my viewers.
I think that movement speed talent actually is
It's
so,
so
good.
good.
It's actually
Lifestealer-
so much
yeah.
better than the damage.
Lifestealer relies so heavily on getting kind of, especially now he has no vehicle either.
I mean, 35's a lot.
That's a load.
That's a lot of movement
that's a-
speed.
Yeah.
Like these 40 movement speed talents, these 35 movement speed talents, I see everybody grabbing them
Yeah.
now.
Lasso on the Medusa. Swap comes through, though. CCNC doesn't have the Stone Gaze right now. They're trying to fight without it, but look for the Requiem for maybe revving it up. Falls down right into it, and CNC gets shredded once. Can they kill him a second time? They're dealing with Pycat here in the cogs. He's controlled. Huge Sunray coming through, and now the Stone Gaze has cooled down. Yao's got to back away. Can they even think about a second go on CCNC? The Infesto PPD as he marches forward, slowly pursuing, but won't get in
he's
range
like,
just
"I'm
yet.
in."
Might get Yao. Give him the club. Pop on out. The cogs are there, though. PPD, rather the only one there in the cogs, but he'll still get the job done. And now the chase the other way. Great boundless strike by Ame, and the pursuit goes back to CCNC. Gets forced on his heels. Zai getting smacked down, and Zai will be finished off. So they get the Aegis. They kill off Zai.
It's Monkey King's damage.
They lose some utility heroes.
somehow Dusa and Lifesteal survived through all of that.
They're just so tanky.
Oh,
at
they
this
might
stage.
get the Dusa as well. This would be huge for LGD. Boundless strike. The swap, it's not very far, though, but Pycat comes rushing back in. Ame gets melted down, and
Too greedy at chasing for that kill.
OpTic Gaming able to punish LGD on some
They're
of these
kiting him hard.
overextensions.
Stun
Saksa
comes out.
Gets the stun. Still staying alive for now. And then will fall, though, as they lassoed up Pycat, and now perhaps it's OpTic's turn to overextend. That's 3. It's 4 for
Wow.
LGD. Persistence pays off.
This fast SF build is working out so well for maybe.
Yeah, he's really speedy.
I think it's like crazy because one team has like very few stuns and the other team has stuns, but the other team has but OpTic has ways of removing the stuns or like swapping and kiting them around. So you're seeing these fights like really long drawn out. Like that chase started at mid tier 2 for Radiant and then ended where it ended. I mean, that was
OpTic's able to like bait LGD in because of that.
Yes.
Like, we've seen a few times this Monkey King gets baited in and then just gets burst down. He gets caught in open wounds and he's got
It's
got
like
no
really
escape.
hard to read how the fights are gonna go though, because like I thought that was bad for LGD, and then suddenly OpTic like gets 3 more heroes. Like they get the lasso on Lifestealer, and
For all the farm, the Monkey King has not really had a great fight yet.
Yeah, the deaths at bottom where he popped his ultimate and still died have really hurt him.
Yeah, he got focused by Lifestealer a lot, like in random ganks that he just fed.
You're a really low armor hero, look in comparison to a lot of other Agis, so you do get shredded by this type of build. And versus Avenge, you get hit by a Terror.
He'll probably end up going like AC or Butterfly later. That's usually in the
Need
build.
some sort of physical damage mitigation because they have so many buffs.
Is that a full IR? He has a full Scotty on Medusa
full
now.
Scotty.
And he's going to be level, I mean, almost level 18, almost 20.
He's
That's the
actually,
big peak.
he's surpassed the monkey caning.
Yeah.
Keeps on rising.
Wow, I'm surprised at his recovery. I guess with Bloodlust, though.
Well, FY doesn't have TP yet? Okay, there we go.
I'm surprised that he didn't go Manta on Monkey King though. It's like so good against like all the cores on the side of like it's really good against Lifestealer, really good against Avenge too, even though she's a support. The BKB is probably necessary though.
You get stunned once, you get like...
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's always like the worst thing about Monkey King. One disable and you're pretty screwed.
Yeah, he's a scary hero to play like that because there's AC done on Lifestealer. Man, he's so fat.
Yeah, he's... What's the time? 25?
Yeah,
That's pretty
AC
damn good.
Deso on with. Clock does scale well though against Lifestealer.
Do you guys think LG? I was gonna ask. Do you think like they can take it late? They've got the
Absolutely.
double Midas now.
Absolutely.
Their supports are actually insanely good late game.
Yes,
like
they
Phoenix
are.
with levels is going to destroy fights. Clockwork can have a huge impact. As you mentioned, he scales very well against the Lifestealer. BKB piercing stun into a
and like
Cog's
the
burst.
kite, yeah, the cogs like kiting him around is like really huge.
Yeah.
I mean, I've played the Lifestealer side of that matchup a lot, and it's like you'd think like, oh, I don't care, I'm raged, but
My
really
biggest
But when the rage
concern-
ends, you just don't do
Yep,
anything in the fight.
exactly.
I guess my biggest concern is just the physical damage on LGD still, because how can they have to get into the backline onto that Medusa, and he's got so many save mechanics and like the itemization too. Drums, Vlads. I think they're getting Solar Crest on the Venge. They just have so many things they can throw on this Medusa just to make her an absolute menace.
I mean, this game is definitely anyone's game, like in terms of late game.
Yeah.
I don't think it goes one way or the other.
Maybe that's a crucial kill. No real saves in sight. The Phoenix swoops in, but only watches the Shadow Fiend's demise and gets stunned on the way out. QQQ. Might go down and use your Midas. Use your Midas. Nothing to Midas. He'll fall too.
I feel like there's been a few like really sloppy deaths on the cores of LGD. Like I don't know what SF was doing there. Maybe he got caught by swap with this coil or.
Those deaths are super costly too.
They
Like
do.
you're playing versus a Medusa with Bloodlust during this time.
And
he's
she's
gonna
now the leader in network.
It's not only
Just
farm,
to
but it's
shoot
also
ahead.
map control. Like the lanes are now all going
Yep.
to be on the side of LGD, and like it makes it really hard for Batrider to make plays. But Medusa can just be a raid boss like this in terms of like no fear to just walk down a lane.
I really like this Blink Dagger by Zai.
Yeah,
I think this gives him like the contingency. They don't have to use swap every time on the last one anymore. He just blinks, gets
He'll
the
always
shield.
be close enough to get that shield off.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good call. And he knows like he doesn't have to do anything himself, so he's just amping up the team. He's just going drums, Vlads, and then the blink so he can help his team.
Absolutely.
What do you think he'll go next? Like Lotus or something?
Yeah, Lotus is okay. I think
Even a
Lotus is
Shiva's
fine.
Guard would be decent.
Oh yeah, yeah, that would go with the blink too. Solar Crest? No, I don't know. It's interesting. I always wonder, like, I feel like Zai's itemization is just he always impressed me, even at the four position too. Yeah, he's going AC on the Monkey King.
Okay, feeling like he needs some more of that extra armor just right at the start of the fight.
It's still going to be tough to
Tank that.
tank or fight head on into OpTic with the auras, the bloodlust,
For
their
sure.
own AC, which I think is done on the Lifestealer or almost done.
It's already done.
It's
yeah.
already done.
Working on that MKB.
Oh, and he's got an infest bomb now too with the blink.
Oh,
Yeah, there
there
you
you go.
There we go.
And,
yeah.
and Abaddon has no fear
that's
with
what I
the,
mean,
with
Zai
the
next
borrowed
level,
time.
yeah.
I like that. That's cute.
Not traditional stunning hero, but
They'll never see this.
he's just got to go Abyssal on him.
Oh, not again, maybe. Caught out.
He's so squishy.
Lincolns, will it be enough to save him? No chance. It looks like
And
dies
they swap in the bat.
in a cloud of damage, and now the Batrider in trouble. He'll be next on the list. The Wukong's command comes out, but they're fighting from a big deficit in this engagement. They can't kill this egg quickly until Pycat rushes back in, mauls it to death. That's 3. It's probably going to be 4 here. Yao's trapped as well. He tried to throw the conks in late. LGD just joining the fight one by one and dying one by one. Ame, the lone survivor. No TP for him. A long journey home. Has to hop his way over, and
That's a rough.
nobody's got a buyback aside from Phoenix here.
That's a really rough timing now too.
That-
Medusa now level 20. They
think
still
that's a
couldn't even
lane.
do anything. Yeah.
I think that might be game-ish
Yeah.
because like
They
these
push
type
so
of
fast.
aura lineups are so snowballing.
Abaddon, Lifestealer are they're gonna get multiple lanes, I imagine.
Tower down, melee down, already rotating on mid. OpTic sends blood in the water.
That's
Alright.
And
two
they will get
lanes.
2 lanes.
Betting on
we might
Dusa.
just see LGD.
Betting on
GGO?
Deuce every game. This is
Two
a
in
good
a row.
call, guys.
Let's go.
This is good. There we go. Fixing the predictions.
This game felt very winnable for LGD.
It did.
I
feels
will
like
say,
their
I feel like
mistakes
they
cost
actually
them, yeah.
misplayed this game pretty hard.
I
with
think
the
they gave
deaths
up.
on the course.
Those like 2 deaths were actually so massive from the Shadow Fiend.
And also the 2 deaths on Monkey at bottom in a
Yeah.
row. Like their cores dying in these kind of silly ways just completely threw away any chance of winning this game. Because it felt like their line was actually going to match up okay this game.
You're just playing against auras, so like these auras are going to scale really well percentage-wise, and if you give them a lead, it's going to get worse and worse. And they just fell behind because of those deaths.
And
Yeah.
now the Solar Crest is out. The gem has been completed. The tier 2 top's going to drop.
Radiant's top tower.
New items undoubtedly piling in for OpTic.
I wouldn't mind if Lifestealer went like hard either, but see what he likes to go.
Well, completed MKB.
He does have the gold, so he's clearly deciding on what he wants. Basher, Heart.
I like the
MK
heart.
Yeah. Like,
I really like the heart.
I don't know how they kill him ever.
That's also the Matumba Man build. He usually goes that heart is the last 2 items they
He
get.
goes
that
there.
close
He's
the game.
choosing MKB.
Okay. I mean that's
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with damage and fine with tankiness, so
Yeah.
either one works.
LGD needs this rush in order to.
Oh, they're going to
take
fight
these
it
fights.
too. Buyback on the Abaddon. Butterfly complete on the Dusa.
Oh, this
This is
gonna
going to get dirty.
This
gonna
is
be
all
disastrous.
in for LGD. But it looks like they're choosing to back off, knowing
Feels
they
like
can't.
they have to
yeah.
go for it, though.
I
If
love
OpTic
it.
get another life, Zai just
The infested.
marching forward. The blink Abaddon bomb straight up the hill. Managed to clip FY there with a coil. Now back for the Roshan, which is going to drop very quickly. They only have a matter of seconds to get into this pit. They'll try to lead with the Sunray, maybe with the Raze. The hook connection, they've got to steal this Aegis. Who's going to end up grabbing it? The Wukong's command goes down, and CCNC with the snatch on the Aegis. Although the Radiant get the kill, they needed the extra life more than anything. A beautiful egg, but where's the follow-up damage? The Dusa is massive now, pumping in the auto attacks, forcing the Phoenix on her heels, and down the Phoenix will go. Now looking for more. FY shredded, almost one shot there with all the minus armor. And they got the extra life. That probably the game.
They've got creeps in bottom too. They're just gonna go
Yeah,
toward
they're
top
just
if they make
walking.
it in time. I think backdoor should be disabled here. Yep.
Yeah, you have 15 seconds, so they should have about 5 seconds to hit, or 10 seconds to hit this.
They bring it down extremely quick.
And I think that is enough to kill the Rex. Oh, they're just going to back off with
kick
all the
back in.
buybacks. Yep.
Super safe.
Totally worth
Every
it.
game matters here for OpTic.
Yep.
This game is in their hands to throw at this point, so as long as they play it safe, they're fine.
Oh no, fuck. Careful, man.
So much damage, man. That Medusa just amped up by all the auras.
The buildings are no match.
And this is a game where Medusa had an absolutely atrocious start.
I'm all in on Dusa.
Yeah, all in on Medusa. She was level 4 when the SF was level 7 or 8.
Really did feel like LGD gave this away, though.
Yeah, you were talking
Those
about the 2
deaths
deaths in the
really
laning
added up.
stage by the SF really snowballed like against him. He was so far ahead. Gave the Medusa a game.
Like in game 2 felt like almost unwinnable at a certain point just based on the matchup, but this game was much more.
Yeah.
I felt
This
they
game felt
split up.
LGD favored at like certain points.
For a bit.
Yeah,
Before they
I was
had
actually
those
concerned
pickoffs,
we were
yeah.
gonna lose with our Medusa pick. I will say though, that, like I think Pycat did a really good job this game. Of,
Yeah.
like, he used that phase armless start and just ran around. He killed the Monkey King like 2 or 3 times.
I think it was.
Got
I think
2 kills on the Shadow Fiend as well.
Yeah, and meanwhile the Vinge was actually farming in the top lane while
Yeah.
he was doing that, and you're seeing like that Solar Crest and the items paying off on Vinge.
I liked Pycat's move, but I think for LGD, I think there was a time where they kind of like stopped their movements to like make all these picks, and I felt like Yao, as the clockwork, has just like kind of stopped being able to find plays. It was like right after he got his Midas, actually, he just kind of.
And it was honestly because of the cores dying.
yeah,
Hook shot,
yeah.
and they're going to start on the Ogre, not the ideal target as Dusa looks to collect a free kill. QQQ in the river. Has to turn into the egg here, but the Dusa just keeps on pounding into that. We'll finish it off. That's 3 dead.
Oh boy. Yeah. It's
The end
Ty
feels
Cal with the
inevitable.
well
No buybacks on LGD, and
OpTic
they
looked good.
will.
OpTic looked good. I really liked their draft this game. Honestly, I thought all the auras on
This
the
is a very
Dire
NA
side.
draft.
Yeah.
Abaddon, Lifestealer.
I think the Lifestealer pick was just like either Lifestealer or PL. like these two
When you
picks were
pick
so
Bat
good.
Rider, all you have to do is like it's really important you have your lane secured.
Yeah.
Like it's actually so important. I had a guy last night pick Terrorblade into a Bat Rider, fight 3 times and abandoned. That was a great pub yesterday.
Well, I think more than anything, the back got a 7-minute blink this game.
Oh
To go back to this game, he had a 7-minute blink, and then
And nothing really came of it.
They got a Venge kill, but
They got
that was
Avenge
because
and
they
a-
saw the
and a
smoke.
Dusa, but
Yeah.
it
They
was the
saw-
only Dusa death.
But Lifestealer is such like I'm telling you, the fact that Monkey King died to Lifestealer twice, like in the early stages, and then meanwhile Venge was farming, that just like fed their snowball so hard. And you saw how much damage they did. Like that Medusa had Like that was before the butterfly.
I think you said something similar about like when they were playing Tiny in the last one and they're playing versus Dusa, like playing Monkey King into this. That feels really bad.
Yeah,
you
it
can't get
does.
into the fights.
It's
You really
not
can't.
as bad as Tiny, but it is. Yeah, like playing these like. What do you pick?
What
Like,
do you-
have
what
to-
melee core
You
do you
have to
pick?
have damage because she's a Medusa, and then all the melee cores that deal damage like can't deal damage.
I see TNC, they pick Phantom Lancer, and I actually like the
I
way that they
feel.
play. They go super aggressive early. They try to kill her in the lane
like
with
that
the
too,
PL,
yeah.
and then even later on, because you make those illusions so quickly that
And you build diffusal.
you actually
and
can do well. Yeah, I think that's like for me the best melee hero versus the
You can
Dusa.
doppelganger dodge the stone gaze as well.
Yeah,
Well, strong showing here by OpTic. 3-0.
definitely.
2 more games.
was
They're
impressive.
guaranteed.
I didn't expect that. That was
They're
like, that was
playing
clean, too.
today against Fnatic, so if they get 2 of those 3, they're
Guaranteed
top
first
4.
place.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's where you want to be. You get to
solid.
take the wild card day off and just relax.
So and it looks like also the Twitch, you guys were right. The most awful hero to play against is Dusa.
Yes.
This is proved here as
Yes.
well.
What is that? Is that 6? Do we have a number? Is like that 5-0, 6-0? What is that?
Let me
Like,
run some stats on that.
I
That's
mean,
at least 4.
at least 4. I think it's 5 or 6. That's
I think it's 5 or
insane.
6. Yeah, you're right.
And 2 of those were
Hop
first
on
round.
CCNC, man.
First round Dusa player here.
Let's talk about the best.
Welcome.
You got a mic? You got a mic?
Talk in the mic so people can hear you.
They'll unmute in a second.
How does it feel to be a dirty Dusa player?
Look at that smile he's got on.
Yeah, that's what's better, that smile or the one in the picture?
What pic? Obviously the picture one. No contest.
We said that was like nightmare inducing.
Did you guys feel uncomfortable at all during this game when you were like really like level 4 to a level 7 SF?
I think it was 3-7 actually.
3-7?
It was not great. I think it was okay because we knew we could make the snakes move and SF's gonna die to it every time.
Yeah, you guys definitely like made the moves necessary. Like you guys killed him twice, like in a matter of a minute or something.
Yeah.
That was huge. You had a game after that one.
Yeah, he's like nowhere to go, right? Because he can't pressure Nakes or Abba, so he just stuck there and then he just dies to Nakes.
So what's the idea behind Yasha instead of Mask Menace? What's your opinion on that? We were talking about it.
I don't know. It's just kind of a feel thing. I've tried going no Mask of Menace and I just kind of like it better for some reason.
Okay, there you go. A lot of Dota is feel.
You guys have Fnatic up at the end of the day.
Yeah.
If you win that series, you're gonna be first in your group. LGD picked you. You feeling pretty good right now? Beating
Yeah.
the team that actually picked you to be in their group.
Yeah, the whole picking system is pretty amusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels good. Thanks, LGD.
Nice.
Are we going to see more Dusa later today?
Of course.
Every game.
Many ancients will be slain.
the gauntlet has been thrown.
Exciting games of Dota 2 to ensue.
Nice.
All right, well,
Right.
thanks, man.
Yeah, congratulations, man. Nice series.
All right. That was CCNC. Feeling good?
Yeah.
OpTic off to a hot start here at the Summit. And with that, folks, we're going to grab some lunch. We've got our second series coming up. I believe it's EG versus Complexity.
Yeah,
correct?
to wrap up the group.
To wrap up the group.
Both teams are 1 and 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
it's a big series.
One of
So-
them has to go 3-0 or Kingwin just wins.
and then
we'll go
whoever
through.
loses the series is guaranteed last. Is more like also very important.
And if it does go 1-1, we will not have that tiebreaker today, right? They have to 3-0. Either team has to 3-0
yes,
for the tiebreaker.
if it's
today.
2-1 or 1-2, then
No
it's
tiebreakers,
no
yeah.
tiebreaker.
Okay, cool.
All right. Well, guys, thanks for joining us. We're going to grab some food. The Dota Summit 8 Winter Wonderland action will continue after this.